He is a physician at one of the top clinics in the world, and he was a student at one of the top universities in the world.
But can this political rookie top an incumbent and be elected to a seat in Congress? NewsCenter's Chris Rapsky joins us with a closer look at the Republican U.S. House candidate, Brian Davis. Chris.
That's right. We're continuing our balanced coverage tonight. At the buzzer, we brought you a profile on DFL Congressman Tim Walz. At 6 tonight, we bring you a profile on his challenger. Now, like Congressman Tim Walz, just 2 years ago, Dr. Brian Davis has never held public office before, but he feels it's his experience, his ideas, and a district that he calls conservative that will lead him into office after tomorrow's election.
Brian Davis's resume looks like that of a NASA engineer or a seasoned Jeopardy winner. A degree in nuclear engineering, a PhD from MIT, an MD from Illinois, topped off with a job at the world-famous Mayo Clinic as a staff physician. Smart? You bet. But can he rally and lead southern Minnesota?
We need people from all walks of life in public service, and I was encouraged to run, and here I am here about 16, 18 months later.
On the economy, Davis says the economic bailout bill was rushed.
Clearly something needed to be done, but to give Wall Street and Washington a blank check on the backs of middle America and increase the debt tremendously to $11.3 trillion, I have a big problem with that.
Recently, TV and mailer ads were sent out saying Davis supports a 23% national sales tax to replace a federal income tax. Davis says he's talked about it at forums, but never said he would support it.
And that's been taken completely out of context. I think the voters deserve better. They deserve a real discussion of the issues and the facts, and not just distortions where you only tell half the story.
Davis, someone who works in the healthcare industry, says Barack Obama's plan for universal health care is not the way to go. Davis feels that less government and more competition is right for the industry, something the Mayo Clinic also supports.
Let's be able to offer some basic health insurance plans so that people that aren't usually ill, are willing to pay some out-of-pocket, can get health insurance at a low cost with a higher deductible.
From border to border in the 1st Congressional District, farmers occupy the land that's taxable when it's being passed from generation to generation.
The estate tax schedule will go up to 55% in 2011. That's confiscation of property.
Davis says he'll work to change or just get rid of the estate tax, something he says Tim Walz has not done.
He did not get the Farm Bureau endorsement, and this is one of the reasons why. He has not stood firm with our farmers regarding the estate tax, capital gains tax, and there's also a couple of other issues.
Who are you?
Negative ads throughout the campaign have labeled Davis as a millionaire, implying he doesn't represent less wealthy people. Davis tells us he's not a millionaire, but he also doesn't think it's right to discredit someone who's worked hard for their money.
We work within the laws to make sure that we get the best outcome for all the parties involved.
18 months, he's gotten a first-hand lesson of the campaign fight. Now it's toward the last round, and he's still standing.
Dr. Davis has been on a leave of absence from Mayo Clinic for the last 6 months so he could campaign. He says, win or lose, he'll be back at work on Thursday. I asked him what would happen if he was to win, and he'd say he'd just have to work something out with Mayo Clinic.
Let's hope that they would be lenient with his schedule and everything.
I hope so.
So you're going to be following Dr. Davis tomorrow?
That's right. Tomorrow we'll have our whole political coverage, and we'll be at the Ramada Inn with the GOP.
Great.
Big day.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Chris. Well, here